A police chase with a bizarre ending when a woman, desperately trying to escape from police, runs over herself.
It's a hard thing to watch for a lot of people.
January 3rd, 2011, Moses Lake, Washington. Corporal Thomas Tufte is on the lookout for a woman wanted by police on forgery charges.
She had multiple warrants for her arrest that day. I'd gotten a phone call from our dispatch center that let me know that she was on the move in her car.
That woman is Jona Zeigler. Tufte has a description of Zeigler and her vehicle, and it isn't long before he spots her.
When I looked over to the left, I saw a pink vest and her head down against the steering wheel. I pulled in behind the truck.
Corporal Tufte approaches the vehicle and confronts Zeigler.
So I let her know who I was, why I was there. She initially said that she wasn't Jona Zeigler. That's not me. Finally convinced her that I knew who she was and that she was under arrest because she had warrants.
He orders Zeigler out of her truck, but she has other plans.
He stopped and said, "I'm not going," hit the gas. The truck just basically goes in reverse really fast. I put my left hand out to stop the truck from actually pushing me over.
Tufte tries to reach for his taser and then his gun, but there's no time. Zeigler is on the run.
She flies by in front of me, yelling at me as she's driving by, and she said, quote unquote, "just shoot me," as she's driving off.
Tufte gives chase. Zeigler's vehicle is going fast, leaving a cloud of smoke in its wake. Trying to shake the officer, Zeigler turns abruptly, cutting off two other cars. She accelerates, passing a school and blowing through stop signs. Zeigler is unyielding. Suddenly, Corporal Tufte sees the driver's side door open.
I'm thinking she's going to try and jump out of the truck. As I come around the corner, I can see that she slipped out, and she's actually hanging on to the driver's door and the steering wheel.
Zeigler desperately holds on. She can neither stop the truck nor get back inside.
And she's running with the truck, and she's slipping as she's running, and she can't control it.
Zeigler tries to keep up with the moving vehicle, but this proves to be an even bigger mistake.
It hits a curb for a driveway, hits a railroad tie that's next to a sidewalk, and that jarring motion, she loses her grip and falls under the truck. The truck stops directly on top of her chest. I mean, perfectly centered, right over her breastbone, the tires almost up to her neck.
Tufte immediately radios for an ambulance, then races over to Zeigler's truck.
Check her, she's not breathing. Just the sheer weight of the vehicle, obviously she's not going to be breathing much at all.
The chase has now become a rescue mission as he tries in vain to push the vehicle off her. Within minutes, neighbors rush over to help, but even the additional manpower cannot lift the truck. Corporal Tufte makes a crucial decision.
I knew that if I didn't get the truck off her, she was not going to live. The only thing I had available to me was to drive it off. So I went into the cab, it was still running. I started to hit the accelerator really slow to try and feather it, and just all of a sudden she came out from underneath it.
Startled onlookers back away as Zeigler's body spins out from under the wheel of the truck. Corporal Tufte's EMT training quickly takes over.
Checked her pulse, she had a pulse, wasn't breathing really well. I was just like, "Just hang on, Jona. We're going to help you out. We're going to get you to the hospital."
Zeigler is alive, but the extent of her injuries is unknown.
I've seen a lot of different things in this job, and I've come up against a number of different scenarios. This was one of the toughest ones to handle.
Zeigler is flown to Spokane for treatment. Miraculously, she makes a full recovery. She pleads guilty on her original forgery charge and is awaiting sentencing. For attempting to elude police, she's found guilty and sentenced to 15 months in prison. But before she goes to jail, she has one last encounter with Tufte.
I actually stopped her on a traffic stop about 3 months ago. Went up to the car, didn't know it was her, just stopped the car for a violation, went up, found out who it was, and talked to her for a couple minutes. And she has apologized for what she did in a letter and in person, and she did thank me for saving her life. If there's one thing that I could get across to people is don't run from the police. It's not worth endangering yourself, the public, or even the officers' lives in order to get away. It doesn't end well usually.